Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Koco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, sexiest man on all Internet Wrestling Radio. That's right, boom, boom, here's Second Room, live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. Of course, join me there, way there across the pond over in England. The man who has personally built a wall around the UK headquarters to keep the Scots out. Talking about LK. What's up, buddy?
You're not meant to tell anyone about the wall. Next time, don't. Jesus, I'm doing well. Strange time again going live after Lucha. I'm getting my head around used to watching it live. I'm used to not watching adverts. And the adverts from El Rey are some of the most strangest, weirdest things I've ever experienced in my whole entire life. I swear to God, if I have to see one more horror movie advert, do they show anything else but Lucha Underground and horror movies on that damn station?
They show Lucha Underground. From Dusk Till Dawn. They made a TV series out of that, so that's an original. They show reruns of Knight Rider. They show reruns of Airwolf. They show kung fu movies. They show horror movies. Bruce Lee movies. Godzilla movies. There's a big stress on movies here, and that's about it. But I don't know. I'm kind of jacked up about Kaiju Christmas.
Dude, that means I'm so,
movies. Fuck yeah.
Dude, after watching like Raw and SmackDown on the Sky Sports, the English have so much better adverts than the Americans. So much better. But anyway, we're here for Lucha Underground, and what do you give this show, Boomers? Win, loss, or tie? And into infantry, if you're watching live, win, loss, or tie, and we'll get your comments and questions and theories and shenanigans and Raymond Stanley's porn questions at the end of the show.
You know, truth be told, I'm going to give it a win. I mean, I like the idea of the Battle of the Bulls concept. They're going to have a series of four-ways, and they're going to then have another four-way where the winner of that's going to go on to face Johnny Mundo for the Lucha Underground Championship. They're explained what happened with Sexy Star, her, and what she's going to do. Vasquez and God damn it, not Joey Ryan, not Bale, not Mr. Cisco, Castro Cortez. What happened to Castro Cortez after the broken arm? I was like, where the hell happened to Vasquez? What happened to this undercover? And they addressed that tonight. And I was like, oh, okay. You see Montanza getting a little crazy there. You see a little different side of Dario. I give him a win. It's got me hooked. It's like I want to see where this is going.
Yeah, me too. I gave the show a win as well. I liked the main event. I thought it was a really good match. The opener was okay. It wasn't too bad. But I love the stories in between. Like this is the best weekly TV show, in my opinion. You could literally go to anyone, like even non-wrestling fans, and you could say this is still one of the best weekly storytelling shows out there. And if you're not watching this show, you damn well should be. You really, really should be.
Yeah, it's as I've said before, this isn't like one thing that you have to tell yourself is, as a wrestling fan, you'll watch it and go like, this is kind of crazy, this is ridiculous. How could they do it? Then you got to tell yourself, no. You have to watch this like you would watch a regular TV show. You would have to watch this like you would watch Arrow, like you would watch Walking Dead, like you would watch Breaking Bad, like you would watch, just really any kind of episodic television show. No matter the genre, it's just one of those you have to, suspend some disbelief and just allow yourself to get trapped into that world and just let go and just watch and be entertained. That's what you have to do to fully enjoy Lucha Underground.
We can enjoy it, so should you. Ooh. Have you got the results in front of you?
Yes, I do. I'm a consummate professional, sir. Look who you're talking to.
Good. Let's get rocking and rolling.
All right, so first thing we start off with is Angelico. He comes into Dario's office. He's demanding a match with Johnny Mundo. Of course, Mundo's responsible for, quote-unquote, for kayfabe breaking Angelico's leg. Dario says, hey, I would love to, but my hand's tied. He's the champion, plus he's got a lawyer. He's like a shark. And Angelico, then he threatens legal action. But Dario says, no, you know what? I've got this tournament coming up here, the Battle of the Bulls. I could put you in there. And if you win this tournament, you can get a one-on-one shot with Mundo. And he says, all right. So there you go. The winners go all the way to what happens is this is going to be a series of four-way matches. The winners of those go to another four-way match where the winner of that gets Mundo. Now we go to the first one here, which was Cage, Tejano, Joey Ryan, and Dr. Wagner Jr. I thought it was a pretty good opener here. Just absolutely chaotic. I thought, looking at it on the surface, I felt like Joey Ryan was completely out of place in this match, but he did hold his own. Dr. Wagner Jr. here. Oh, Famous B tried to get involved, and Cage knocked his ass out, like from the get-go. By the way, can I just say that Melissa Santos gets hotter and hotter every week? Okay.
Yeah,
now that I've said that, okay. So she's introduced everybody, and she's about to introduce Dr. Wagner Jr., but no, that's Famous B's job. Famous B grabs the mic. He's starting to. Then Cage gives him just a discus clothesline. Bell rings, so here we go. The four-way starts. It was just absolute chaos. There was Tejano brought his rope into play. That did come back to haunt him a little bit later. Joey Ryan, he tried to do a move off the top rope, but he got caught with I think Cage caught him and just gave him like a jackhammer. The match just went round and round and round. Actually, no, I think that was it. He hit the jackhammer on Ryan, then they knocked Wagner out of the ring. Cage wrapped his fist with that bull rope, punched Tejano, went back to Joey Ryan, got the pin, 1, 2, 3. So Cage is advancing in the tournament. And what I liked about this is they addressed that their best of 5 series is still going right now. Cage is up 2-1. They're going to have to meet at least 2 more times. I kept wondering, well, what if Cage or Tejano pins the other guy in this match? Does that count for the tournament? But luckily, we didn't have to worry about that. But I thought it was a great opener.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. There's nothing wrong with it. I wish, from now on, this move is now banned, okay? The Tower of Doom spot happens in every single 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, 6-way, 7-way, 8-way, 9-way, 10-way, every way. They have a fucking Tower of Doom spot. I've had enough of these Tower of Doom spots. They sometimes they mix it up and have 4 people there instead of 3, and then it's 5, and it's like, guys, you're doing the same thing every single. It's like, okay, guys, we're gonna have a 3-way. Just chuck the Tower of Doom in there just because you can. But no, it was okay. And is Joey Ryan the most overrated wrestler in the history of professional wrestling?
He's got his cult following.
Dude, his gimmick is no, he's over because another male touches his cock. That to me, I don't like that. That's not what I watch pro wrestling for. Like, I don't like that. Like, I understand, like, you want to be entertaining, but it's to a point where, you're using your penis as a weapon. That, I talk a lot about believability. I believe Sexy Star could kick Mil Muertes' ass more than Joey Ryan's penis could flip a man. I just don't like Joey Ryan. I just really don't. Not a fan at all. I mean, he wasn't bad in this. He was better than he normally is.
No, this is definitely not his worst work. No, not by a long shot.
That's the thing. He's not a very good wrestler. Like, I don't like saying this because I very rarely bash the wrestlers. I normally bash Vince McCunt and the Raw creative team, unless you're Zack Ryder or Mojo Rawley, but that's a different story for a different time. I just think Joey Ryan is a pants. Fuck that. He's a shit wrestler. Like, name me a great Joey Ryan match. Silence. Silence in the chat room. Silence around the world. He's a good character. He's great at his job. He could be a great actor. I like his gimmick. I like his character. The penis flipping thing I find disrespectful. I generally find that disrespectful to the industry. And he should apologize to every legend who laces a pair of boots at every one of these indie shows. He should go up them, shake their hands, and give them his pay. Because he fucking owes it to them. Prick. Ugh, move on.
All right, moving along here. Next we go backstage to Dario's office. Sexy Star is confronting Dario. Dario's kind of sympathizing with her, saying that, you know what, I felt like you were completely wrong, so I'm going to give you a unique opportunity. I'm going to allow you to go one-on-one with PJ Black. Now, he is the only member until up until this point that she had not pinned. So he was going to say that, if beat him, you'll get a shot at Johnny Mundo. You won't even have to go through the Battle of the Bulls tournament, and you won't even have to worry about outside interference from the Worldwide Underground because it'll be in a steel cage. But if you lose, you'll never, ever get another title shot ever again. And Sexy was okay with it. She was just like, okay, I know you've been trying, you've worked hard to overcome your past, but you cross me, you'll have to be worried about your future. I love that. So I still love you, Sexy Star.
I don't, bitch. What we got next?
You could be wrong, but next we go back with Officer Reyes. That's Castro Cortez. He goes back to Captain Vasquez's office and with a broken arm said, you know what, I don't know how, but my cover's blown. He called me a rat. He knows. Vasquez says she's like, yeah, I think something's up with Joey Ryan. I don't trust him, but I trust you. It's like, I'm going to need you back in the temple. And he's like, I can't. My cover's blown. What am I supposed to do? He's like, well, you have to go back, under deeper cover. And she presented him with a mask. So when he makes a return, he'll have to go as a mask. He'll have to go back as the Masked Lucha Libre star. I was starting to miss Captain Vasquez.
You know what? Besides the great in-ring wrestling, this is my favorite part of Lucha Underground. There's a whole other side, like the real side of this, and then it's like you got the Lucha Underground world, and then you've got the real life world, like the police, the real life, and you actually believe that the police want to get into this Lucha Underground world. I love it. It's brilliant. I love Vasquez, and I tell you what, the day she puts Dario Cueto behind bars once and for all will be the saddest day in my life. But it's going to happen, and it must. This show surely will end with the police closing it down. It's going to be an emotional moment. Dario's going to touch the temple door, and he's going to sadly fall away, and we'll never see the temple again. That's how this TV show will end. And you got to remember though, all TV shows, no matter how many seasons they have, they always come to an end. Name me every one of your TV shows you've ever watched, they all come to an end, and there has to be a finish. There's a start and an end. Sadly, Lucha Underground is going to have an end too, and the day that happens is the day part of my soul dies.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad one, but hopefully that won't be for a long, long time. I think they're picking up some momentum. They've got a network that's more than willing to carry them. They've got granted it's a small, but it's a rabid, loyal fan base. The popularity is growing. There's a lot of the curiosity factor. The only thing I really wish they would do is I really wish they would tour a little bit more, which they were starting to do. But, because not every one of us can make it out to Los Angeles. So it would be nice if they started heading east and started touring the U.S. And I think you could definitely try to maybe go up into Canada, and then maybe you could plot something overseas, because these guys are popular. I mean, they're making Mexican stars popular here in the United States. Well, not just the United States, they're making them popular all over the world. And I think the demand is there. They've just got to find, and they're just got to find a way to meet it. But I just don't know if it's a financial issue, if it's a logistics issue. But I hope they can reach a point where they can meet the demand that they've created.
I mean, I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination saying, hey, look, they're going to close after the end of this season. I mean, eventually this TV show will come to an end. It doesn't mean they can't tour, like you said. There's still ways they can, still carry on the show. Just sadly, the TV show must come to an end. And I'm not saying it's going to be season 3. Heck, it might go on to season 250. But it's going to end, sadly.
Not true. Look at you being Debbie Downer.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad now.
It's like, I mean, dude, you're like the kind of kid is like, I could give you like a puppy for Christmas, and you'd be like, oh, thank you, Booms. This is a really cute puppy. It's going to grow up, and it's going to be a big, loyal dog, and then it's going to get old, and then it's going to die.
Take it back.
Jesus Christ, okay. Fuck.
No, but it'll probably happen like the series will finish, and then a hot shot promotion will just be Lucha something, and it'll have all the Lucha stars, the same writers, and it'll be a weekly TV show. There's no way it will go to the fan base is that rabid, and the best thing about those fans is they all have the merch. Like if you look in the building, they've all got the merch. They're all supporting the show. Like they legit are all supporting the show, which is the best thing about it. It's not like, I don't mean to diss TNA fans here, But where do you ever see any TNA merch? There's Lucha Underground merch everywhere. Like, so if you love your company that much, buy their shit. Like, if you love WWE, like, you could be watching this singing, fuck Lucha, fuck these jabrones. I love WWE only. Support the fucking WWE and support your favorite wrestlers. I'm all in for that. I'm all in for that.
Yep. Support your local indies, by the way. All right. Then we get to Sexy Star versus PJ Black. This was kind of a cat and mouse game here. PJ playing the misogynistic heel. Sexy Star, again, the scrappy underdog. This is a shot. If Sexy Star wins, she gets a shot at revenge against Johnny Mundo. PJ Black, of course, he's part of the Worldwide Underground, wants to keep that from happening. Excuse me. One thing I want to mention, man, that Styles Clash that PJ Black pulled off, that was pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I was shocked when he hit that. I was very, very shocked when he hit that Styles Clash.
But everything,
pissed off she kicked out of it.
Yeah, everything goes to pot. Jack Evans comes in, distracting the referee. During the distraction, he tosses in a baseball bat. The referee turns around, sees it, and as he's going to get that baseball bat out of the ring, Evans holds down Sexy Star. PJ comes in for a super kick, but Sexy moves out of the way and hits Jack Evans in the face. Sexy Star is able to roll him up and hold him down long enough for the 1, 2, 3. So Sexy Star gets the win. She's going to get her return match against Johnny Mundo, this time in a steel cage. Hell yeah. I enjoyed it.
No.
I enjoyed it.
It was okay.
Oh, it was okay. It was all right.
Out of all 3 matches, that was the worst match of the night. I'm sorry, I said this yesterday or whatever show it was. I do not believe Sexy Star to throw these men around. Like, and I know she doesn't throw them around. I just do not believe. Like, when I watch her, she doesn't look like she can physically manhandle these guys. And she doesn't do much high-flying stuff apart from a Hurricane fucking Rana. And every single one of her moves, the man has to assist her. Like, she doesn't do anything. The man is doing all the work. Like, watch the next week, Star versus Mundo, if it is next week. Watch how much the man carries this whore through this match. Watch how much.
Francis?
Dude, I do not get... When I hate someone, you know there is nothing they can do that is right. You know that for a fact. You know that. You know that. Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley, the Usos, Vince McCunt. There's so many people that when I hate you, there is nothing you can do. When I'm watching you, I'm just pinpointing your negative. You could have the best fucking wrestling match in the history of the pro wrestling industry, and I'm still going to think it sucks.
How does that stick up your ass run, boy? Shit, relax.
I take this seriously. You know I take this. Some guy said that. I think it was Edward Mohan in the comments the other day. He's like, dude, just fucking chill a little bit. I want to chill.
Exactly, chill, man. It's a show. Enjoy. Like we said at the top of the show, man. This is a different type of show. You have to suspend some disbelief. It's a TV show. You just have to watch it and go on for the ride. And that's what I do. I go for the ride, and I'm pulling for the girl.
If the girl sucks, I am not pulling for her.
I mean, come on. Okay, Sexy Star's like my Mexican internet life.
We are watching this, okay, and when we're reviewing something, we're giving preference, we're giving reference to a person who may not have watched Lucha Underground before, and we're telling them the good, and we're telling them the bad. I am telling them from my opinion, as I am reviewing this show, that Sexy Star sucks, that Joey Ryan sucks, that the Mac is amazing, that Cage is amazing, that Tahano is amazing, that the writers are amazing, that the fucking commentary is amazing. But as a reviewer of this show, I'm giving my analysis, and my analysis is that Sexy Star is fucking shit, one of the most overrated workers in 2016. Maybe even of all time. Unbelievable.
Hyperbole much? My God. All right, we'll have to agree to disagree. I still love Sexy Star, even though she's technically kind of semi-retired right now, but still. I'll pull for her when she starts boxing.
I hope she gets battered. I hope she gets battered. Absolutely battered. I'm going to pay for that fight on the Fight TV app if it's on there, and I'm going to watch her get battered. I'm going to go to the fucking Mexico and be in the corner of that fucking girl who's fighting her.
To the Mexico, I love that.
If I could get past the wall first.
Just take your cruise down there to Cancun. Yeah, you'll love it.
I'll just get my mountain climbing boots on and off I go.
There you go. Next, we have, this is actually something interesting. They actually expanded upon the Cobra Moon character for the first time ever. She actually got to talk. She was sitting on a throne. There was two men kneeled in front of her. She talked about how, her tribe was, they were a powerful tribe. They were led by 3 generals, and 2 of them were able to survive, but the third one had run away. And so they're asking to find the third person to make him kneel before this queen, which I'm assuming might actually be Drago. But I know Drago's...
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. I think that's who it is, but then again, maybe that's the swerve. I don't know. But no, props to Lucha Underground for expanding on Cobra Moon. She was such a minor character back in Season 2 and really didn't do much except for, follow around Daga and ran him out of the company. And now she's been kind of doing the same treatment to Drago, but now at least there's some kind of motivation behind that, and she looked kind of hot on that throne. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I liked it. Like you could tell that lots of effort is put into these scenes backstage, and it looked so believable. It's not real, but you don't believe it by the camera shots, the camera angles, the way it looked. Like these guys looked like snakes or cobras. Not Cobra Moon, but the other 2 geezers did. And I'm interested to see who they are.
I don't know.
I'm interested to see who
they may be. It may be the other 2 members of the. I'm not.
Disciples of Death.
Yeah, it may not be. Them. Oh, that's them come back. No, it may just be the guys who played the other 2 guys in the Disciples of Death. They may have just switched out because they made. Think about it. Mr. Cisco. Dies and kayfabe dies. And then he comes back as Malacerte with the Rabbit Tribe. It's the same guy that they have in the company. He's just playing a different character. Maybe that's the same deal with these snake guys.
Maybe, but I think I saw one with long hair. But I mean, Kane has a wig, so it is possible to have a wig.
Yeah, that's that too. And if it's, hey, I need you to play a different character, just grow your hair out. Okay.
Sure, pay me. Cool. Yeah, bingo.
Then next, Dario visits his brother. He's like, okay, are you really sure you don't want to take place in the Battle of the Bulls? And Montez says, no, he just wants Rey Mysterio. And he's like, okay, look, as soon as he gets back from the injuries you dealt out to him at Aztec Warfare, you'll get it. But he says, he tells his brother that El Dragon Azteca, he was blinded by rage and he almost, pulled him, and this is a little bit of exaggeration, but almost lost his life. I don't want you to make the same mistake. Matanza reaches his hands out. It's like, oh, he thought you're having a touching moment. He's, touching his brother. And then, boom, yanks him into the bars, knocked him out. And then you see him reaching over there, reaching for the key to let himself out of the cage.
What I loved about that, what I really did love about that, was you saw him go for the key. You didn't see him take the key. And it was just did he take the key? Or did he not? I just thought that was brilliant. Little touches like that.
Because it would show that he was having trouble reaching it.
Yeah. And then at the end of the show, the swerve at the end when he comes out with the key, you're like, he didn't get it. And it's just brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. Wonderful television.
The next year we get to the main event. Well, I don't know if it was the main event, but it was the final match of the evening. This was another Battle of the Bulls match. You had Marty the Moth Martinez versus El Dragon Azteca Jr. versus Mil Mortes versus the Mac. First of all, I thought this was going to be all Mil Mortes. In fact, that's the way it was. It was starting out all Mil Mortes. El Dragon Azteca Jr. He started making a comeback, and I thought he was about to steal it, but boom, Matanza comes out to powerbomb to Azteca, hits Wrath of the Gods. Dario has to come back, he's bleeding, he's got a rag on his head. He's begging his brother to come back, come back, and eventually he does. This allows Marty goes to cover Azteca Jr., but the Mac breaks it up. He does this cross-country stunner on Marty the Moth Martinez, gets the 1, 2, 3. So now that we know 2 of the names, we know the Mac is going, and we also know that Cage is going into this final 4-way match for an opportunity against Johnny Mundo for the Lucha Underground Championship. And boom, as soon as that was it, that the show was over, no final little stinker there at the end. They went straight off. So I was entertained by the show.
Yeah, me too. A really good show. I did like that main event. Really good. I loved when Azteca he went for a DDT and then he got thrown in the air, and then when he came back down he hit the DDT again, and then when Matanza did the Wrath of the Gods, he did the same thing where he went to DDT but then he caught him and then kind of just like fucking swung him for the Wrath of the Gods. I thought that as this was like, if you watched Final Battle, you had like Donovan Dijak in the opener. That was like his coming out party. Tekka proving that, you know, he is one of like the best in Lucha Underground, and I'm interested to see what Mil Muertes is going to do. Like, this is a random one, but I'm interested in what Mil Muertes is going to do. Prince Puma like kind of did last week by Vampiro. You know, what's he going to do? Is he going to go after Mil Muertes as a darker character, or is he going to go for Pentagon Dark because Vampiro wants to get revenge on happen? But I'm interested and I'm excited to see what's going on. But sadly, in the back of my mind now, next week I have to sit through a Sexy Star Lucha Underground cage match.
Ain't it great?
Yeah. Fucking great, isn't it? Jesus Christ. Oh, we'll get some live comments. I didn't do the name and shame game because I don't do it for Lucha Underground because, let's face it, no imbeciles watch each other.
No, it's because you're actually entertained. You don't want to waste time like looking around on the internet. No, you want to watch Lucha Underground because you're entertained by it.
All that. So we'll get some live comments. Let's see what we got going on here. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, ba-dum. 3 likes, 0 dislikes. That's what we like to see, team. Good job. Woo. Right, so here we go. Pentagon Jr. versus Nakamura. Oh, that'd be bloody brilliant, wouldn't it? Luis Dallar says, any possibility Cage would sign with WWE?
They've actually had their opportunity with Cage. Remember, Cage was with WWE in a developmental contract for a while, and they just basically called him one day and said, you know what, we're just going to let you out of your contract. We think you're, you know, a mediocre at best wrestler. You know, we don't see that much, you know, potential with you, and they let him go. So that's happened before. Now, are they interested in him again? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about any interest with him. But I would put it past WWE. I mean, WWE has, you know, had people let them go and brought them back, or they've had people that they've had let go and are interested in bringing back. But you know, Cage, I mean, he's a megastar. He's also a megastar down in Mexico. I mean, he's like a huge heel down there. He's very popular with Lucha Underground. So, does he want to go? I don't even know. I don't know.
Then Rennie Soms asks, Booms, what was your opinion on Booms? What was your opinion on last week's Lucha Underground? That was from Rennie Soms.
You know, I liked it. It's one of those. Now, like if it was like a regular wrestling show, I would be a little nervous. You know, kind of shaky about you know, the male on female violence. But this is Lucha Underground. It's a TV show. It's totally different. You know, because it's an episodic TV show. It should be treated just a little bit different. Plus, they're trained professionals. I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like about it was the lack of selling. You know, because let me tell you something. If somebody breaks my fucking arm, I'm going to scream bloody murder because somebody just broke my fucking arm. And okay, and let's just say I get up on my own power and everything. I'm going to do more than just this. Okay, oh, wow, you broke my arm. I better put my other hand over it gently. No, I mean, I really wish they would have come out in slings or something to show that they had seen, you know, some kind of medical attention. I did like the fact that both Black Lotus and Dragon Azteca Jr. got their revenge on Pentagon Dark, and it kind of puts him on the shelf for it. I mean, you got to think. I think a broken arm would probably heal up in about maybe 6 weeks. I mean, it depends on the person, but I would say a conservative estimate would be at least 6 weeks to heal up. So that puts Pentagon on the shelf for a little while. Unfortunately, it puts the Black Lotus Triad on the shelf, at least half of it on the shelf for a while. I want to see more from these ladies. Just, you know, hot Asian women invading the temple. I love it.
Luis Dallar then finally comes up with a good Joey Ryan match. Apparently it was the world's cutest tag team versus Young Bucks was good. Yeah, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. But there's 3 other people in there. Like this. When it's one-on-one. Name me a good one-on-one Joey Ryan match in the comments. Rini Saunders puts, good to see Angelico is back and his English has gotten so much better since being in Lucha Underground. He being speaking mostly Spanish in AAA and doesn't get the chance to speak English when in Mexico.
Well, he's from South Africa, so yeah, English is kind of his first language.
I thought his language was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Rini Saunders puts, yeah, Lucha Underground has gotten people who don't normally check out for Lucha Libre to actually watch and support AAA, CML, Elite, Lucha Azteca, and other Lucha promotions in Mexico. Well, yeah, they have, because they've gotten fucking me watching Elite, CMLL. They got Sammy to do the same. They got you to buy fucking Lucha Loot. Like, would you have bought Lucha Loot if it wasn't for Lucha Underground?
Probably not. It meant more to me. Like, I mean, I got a mask. It was from El Hijo de Fantasma, which is the same character who does that character is also King Cuerno. So I'm like, I know who that is. And then they gave me an autographed picture of Thunder Rosa. I'm like, well, who's that? Oh, they go, AKA Cobra Moon. And I'm like, oh, I know who that is. Okay, now this means a little bit more to me.
Dude, King Cuerno is strange in AAA. He has, like, Speedo trunks. It was really weird. Then we have Luis Delar puts, I love Lucha Underground, but the other promotions in Mexico are very kid-driven. I don't understand the stories because I'm English, so I just watch it for the great Lucha Libre. And I've been a bit behind on my Lucha for the past few weeks, so I might stick some out on the weekend. Puts, Cage and Tano are still considering their best out of 5 series, even though Cage just advanced and has a chance to maybe win the Lucha Underground title.
And now remember, we don't know what this unique opportunity is, and there's no guarantee that Cage is going to win this thing.
That's very true.
But every time Dario Cueto says he's got a unique opportunity, you just need to get the hell out of there, because something bad always happens.
Crazy bastard. Ronnie Thompson puts, luchadors that are playing Cobra Moon's henchmen are very talented luchadors from Mexico. You guys will be surprised.
Oh, good. I hope so. See, that's another thing. It's like, this is almost like school almost. It's like, I like to learn. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool there. And I like to discover new things. I mean, even when you discover things that have been out there, you're like, how the hell have I missed this? I mean, that's happened with me with movies. It's happened to me with music. It's like, oh, how did I miss this? This is really good. And I like that feeling, and Lucha Underground has done that. It's opened up the door to me to Mexico, because, up until now, the only really experience that I had, with Lucha Libre was Mil Mascaras, because he wrestled a little bit in WCW back in the mid to late 80s, going into I think even in the early 90s he was there. Rey Mysterio and Psychosis, Conan when Paul Heyman tried to bring Lucha Libre to ECW back around 96, 97. I think it was from about 95 to 97, somewhere in that ballpark. And then, of course, the LWO, all the Lucha Libre guys that WCW brought in, talk about El Dandy, Silver King, La Parca, that whole crew. That was that was like the watered down version of Lucha Libre. I never got to see genuine, authentic Lucha Libre. And Lucha Underground is just like, hey, here's what it looks like in its purest, authentic form. And I'm like, oh, I really like this. I like these guys. I'm a fan of this guy. I'm a fan of this person now. I like this person too. Wow, how did I miss all this all my life? I love that feeling with Lucha Underground.
Yeah, I'm totally the same. Same as those when those Asian chicks came out. I'm like, oh, what have I been doing with my life? Then we got Luis Delar says, what happened with Killshot? I don't know, because obviously they've only got an hour. I think, you got to kind of give it a bit more time to see what's going to happen with Killshot.
There's still no storyline here.
Yeah. Then we have Rini Soms, but the Stars Clash reversal turned into a false count from both PJ and Sexy Star was real good. At least Sexy Star can take a Stars Clash properly, unlike Ellsworth nearly breaking his neck. That I'll give you. Well, you know what, Rini Soms, buddy, I'll give you that. I will give you that. At least Sexy Star took the Stars Clash safely. There you are. That's the biggest compliment I'll probably give Sexy Star in about 2 years. Then we have, I thought the first Battle of the Balls match was better than the second Battle of the Balls the main event. It's just his personal opinion. Yeah, that's fine. Everyone has an opinion.
Was it Rennie? Was it because there was interference in the second one? Is that the reason why you thought, or do you just think it was just a better competitors they put in the first one, or why is that? You think the first one was better than the main event one? I'm just curious.
I know. We'll see. We'll see if he comments to that in time. Then Rennie Soms asks, "Hey Booms, you're asking me how I know most of the stuff. Well, I know people who attend tapings of Lucha Underground Plus. I know people who do inside reports on Lucha Libre out in Mexico, so they tell me a lot. Rennie Soms, you hot shot bastard. Where have you come from?"
Rennie Soms is our ace reporter.
We got an insider. Rennie Soms, if you're an insider, I want you to go and hire an assassin on Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, and Vince McMahon. Don't blame me, do someone else. Just put the blame on. We'll put the blame on Dave. We'll say that's why Dave's been MIA. Good enough. Good enough. What the people be like, it's KocoSports, where's Dave? I'll be like, well, he's been told to attack Vince McCunt, Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, and Sexy Star. Simple. But thank you everyone for the live comments. I'm glad we're getting a lot more live comments recently. And again, if you want to help us, the best way to help is obviously subscribe, as it says on the screen. But B, YouTube now has this weird algorithm where instead of being higher up on the search engine based on your subscription number, it's all about basically comments and likes. So if you like this show, legit like the show, like the like button, and just put a comment. It could be anything. It could be asking a question. It can be.
Yeah, I heard something about a change in their policy. I heard like this game reviewer was actually shutting down his YouTube account over the change in the policy.
Yeah, like, dude, it's literally the biggest bullshit ever. Like, we used to be so higher up on the search because the amount of subscribers we got, nearly 7,000. But now, it's just based on the amount of people that like or leave a comment. It's like, if we smash out a show and only 2 people leave a comment, that's not going to be high up in the search engine. So it's down to you. Believe it or not, the best way to support this show is completely free. It's literally 110% completely free. Just hit the like, drop us a comment. The more likes, the better. The more comments, the better. The easiest way to support this show. If you want this channel to grow, that's the way to do it. So Booms, me and you've got to set up 16,250 fake Google accounts. I'm joking. I will not do that. I will not do that. Fucking Google, we fucking shutting it down.
I don't have the time or energy.
Dude, I would. No, I'm joking. I'd never do that. That's scum. We'll earn it properly. So I'm about to go live with. Well, I've got to watch NXT. So give me 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll be back with an NXT review. Sammy says, because I text Sammy, I messaged him. He says, sorry, Booms, I got a big boy job now. Dig at you. So I'll be going solo with the Lucha Underground review. Booms is very sleepy, so I'm going to let Booms go off and get some sleep. Will you be back tomorrow? I'll be doing a TNA review live after it airs. So would you be interested in watching Impact on Pop with me?
Oh, no way in hell I'm watching Impact. Never.
Why not? Why not?
I'm just done. I'm just done with the company.
EC3 versus Eddie Edwards in the main event?
That is tempting. Put it in Evolve.
For the World Championship?
Put it in Evolve and I'll watch it.
Loyal to the sport, not the company, Booms. Loyal to the sport, not the company. Shame, shame, shame.
Well, but TNA has such a track record of fucking shit up, and I don't even know if... I know I've been saying this for like the past decade now, but I don't know if this company's going to be here in like 6 months.
That's true. And to be fair, there's me calling TNA greatness. This is what I use when I have, like, if I spill a drink in my office. Oh, look, you can just see how rugged it is. This is what I use if I have a sneeze, or if I'm getting a cold, or if there's, like, I got something on my feet when I... Oh, I better not touch that. When I get... Because basically, out there's the garden. You know, sometimes I wear my slippers, sometimes I don't. Today, I'm wearing my slippers, so we're okay. I didn't get my feet dirty, but when I don't wear my slippers and I forget, and it's wet outside, I use the TNA shirt to clean my feet, so I don't get the carpet wet underneath my desk. So there you go. That's my love for TNA. I bought a T-shirt just so I could use it to blow my nose and wipe my feet. I would never wear that in public.
Yep, and have a wank in too.
Dude, I feel like, look, this came off my look, that came off the shirt. Like, I don't think you can see it because of the light. Like, shit comes off and it's fucking everywhere now. Fucking idiot. Just shit everywhere. Poor TNA. But there'll be a TNA review as well as an NXT review. Friday night is my night off. Saturday, it's my fucking birthday and I'm doing a Evolve 54 review. Beat that bitch. And then Sunday's an Evolve 55.
You're turning 13. How's it feel?
Turning 20 years old. I'm getting old. Sooner rather than later, these late nights are going to catch up on me and I'm going to be a dead man. Like, one night, I swear, it's just going to go like at like 8 p.m. and I'm at work and then I just like just fucking shut down because he's out because of these hours. Anyway, Boom, show him why you're the best salesman in the business.
I want to tell everybody to please subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. You can also find us at KocoSports.com. It's your home for combat sports. It's where the world goes to kick ass, and most importantly, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. So please support. Take two. Please support us. And
be back with an NXT review in an hour.
So, the Boom just went bang, and I am out.